Hare Krishna. So Krishna has described knowledge in mode of goodness and mode of passion. Now he is going to describe the knowledge in the mode of ignorance in Shloka number 22. Yattu kritsnavadekasmin karye saktam mahetukam attavarthad vadalpam cha tattamasam udharitam. So here Krishna is saying, Yattu kritsnavad ekasmin karye saktam ahitukam. So that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work, saktam, as all in all. Atta tvartha vad alpam cha. So without knowledge of truth, that is atta vartha vad, and alpam cha, very meager. Tat tamasam udaritam is said to be in the mode of darkness. So basically, the knowledge by which animals sustain, such knowledge a person in the mode of ignorance will have. So let's get into detail of this particular shloka. The knowledge of the common man is always in the mode of darkness or ignorance because every living entity in conditional life is born into the mode of ignorance. See, naturally, when we take birth in this material world, we are in darkness, we are in ignorance. And with time, by the association of those enlightened souls, we go up and higher in our consciousness, and we go to mode of passion, mode of goodness, and beyond that, if we get the association of a pure devotee. But naturally, if someone takes birth in this world, naturally it is mode of ignorance only. One who does not develop knowledge through the authorities or scriptural injunction has knowledge that is limited to the body. So a person who thinks, no, I know everything. I've got a lot of experience. Sometimes people are old. They say, oh, I've got so much of experience of 60 years, 65 years. And when we tell them, have you read Bhagavad-gita? No, what is the need of reading Bhagavad-gita? I have all knowledge. Such knowledge which is limited to the experience of this body and not based on scriptures, such knowledge is also categorized under ignorance. He is not concerned about acting in terms of directions of scripture. For him, God is money and knowledge means the satisfaction of bodily demands. Such knowledge has no connection with the absolute truth. Completely materialistic. Just sense enjoyment, just related to the body. Money, satisfaction of one's own self, one's own body. That is what they hanker for. Nothing else, no other knowledge is there when it comes to these people in the mode of ignorance or knowledge in the mode of ignorance. It is more or less like the knowledge of ordinary animals, the knowledge of eating, sleeping, defending and mating. Such knowledge is described here as the product of the mode of darkness. See, people who are there in the mode of darkness, they will be not different than that of animals who are in ignorance. Animals are always in ignorance. So you see their activities. They'll always search for something to eat, sleep, mate, defend. They will not have anything apart from these four. Similarly, the knowledge that is a product of mode of darkness, that knowledge will just talk about this: eating, sleeping, mating and defending. And we see, at least now in this age of Kali, everyone, almost everyone, the majority of the population is in the mode of ignorance, just focusing on what to eat, how to sleep, how to mate and how to defend. This is how people are running behind these four, that's it. So it's a very important point to note that when we are just focusing on these four and not thinking about or not contemplating or not trying to realize the higher truths of life, such knowledge will be in the mode of ignorance. Such people will be in the mode of ignorance. In other words, knowledge concerning the spirit soul beyond this body is called knowledge in the mode of goodness. So in Sattva Guna, the knowledge that a person gets is, there is a spirit soul which is beyond this body. So we are the spirit soul and not this body. Such knowledge is the knowledge in mode of goodness. Knowledge producing many theories and doctrines by dint of mundane logic and mental speculation is the product of mode of passion. So mental speculation, giving rise to various theories about the spirit soul or about the body, about consciousness, all that comes in the mode of passion or rajoguna. Knowledge concerned only with keeping the body comfortable is said to be in the mode of ignorance. How to take care of this body, only about that. The entire thought process absorbed in thinking, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Such knowledge is in the mode of ignorance or tamas, ignorance. Now, one thing we have to understand as sadhakas, as devotees, that when we are living our day-to-day life, many times it will happen that when the health is not good, when some problems are there or whatever, we will tend to get into the mode of ignorance most of the time. We'll start focusing only on the body. But then in any situation, we should always remember, it does not matter how is our health, who in the family is taking birth or dying or what is happening, it doesn't matter. If we are a sincere spiritual aspirant, our spiritual practice should go on and on and on. Maybe in some critical situations, we might not be able to focus much, but that doesn't mean we'll give it up. We have to continue chanting our 16 rounds, following 4 regulative principles and doing various other devotional activities which can be done in that particular situation. But chanting and following 4 regulative principles cannot be compromised. If we tend to compromise in these basic things of spiritual practices, what will happen is we will get into mode of ignorance and more and more and more and go away from devotional service. We'll again get back to our animalistic way of life. Somehow by Krishna's mercy, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we have come to a platform at least where we have the daring and confidence to say, theoretically, I am not the body, I am spirit soul. At least that much level has come. Now it's our responsibility to advance in devotional service. So spiritual practice cannot be compromised. Practice of devotional service cannot be compromised, come what may. In any situation, there will be many different situations that will pull us down in our spiritual practice. But a sincere, a serious and a dedicated sadhaka will always continue practicing irrespective of the situations. And that's how that sadhaka will safeguard himself by not allowing himself to get into the mode of ignorance or subscribe to the knowledge of mode of ignorance. So in this way, Krishna has described knowledge in Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tama Guna. Now he is going to describe action in Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. Let's see that from next video onwards. Hare Krishna.